starting with
our first finalist into the ring is the miniature smooth-haired Dachshund. This is Rosie.
We'll allow this lovely breed to get a little bit further across the ring because our next competitor is the largest in the
And then also from the Hounds, but slight other end of the size scale, we have our Irish Wolfhound finalist. This is Regan.
And now we have the first of 3
from the utility group, we have the miniature Schnauzer. This is Sky coming into the ring. And also from the utility group, the miniature Poodle. This is Dior. And our third finalist from the utility, we have our Tibetan Terrier. This is Zoe, and interestingly from the kennel, which bred Iraqi Fabulous Willie, best in show here in 2007. Next, our working group representative, we have our Boxer. Just a little shake there coming into the ring, been in the collecting ring for a while.
And followed by
another from the working group, this is Lewis, he's a Newfoundland.
And the last group represented is the Pastoral group.
And then we have 3 from the Pastoral group. This is the Australian Shepherd. Now, this is the son of Viking, last year's Best in Show winner.
Followed by
next in, we have the Bearded Collie. This is Lyra.
And the final representative.
And our final competitor in the competition is the Sheltie, the Shetland Sheepdog. This is Artemis. Now, our judge has prejudged these competitors, so we'll take them up and down across the ring before crowning his winner. So to get here, they had to win their junior warrant points from attending championship and open shows up and down the country. Then they had to go for a qualifying heat, and then they had to go to a semi-final. There were 54 dogs at that semi-final, and these 10 were chosen to come forward to Crufts today. Interestingly, only 4 of our 7 groups represented here. So there were no finalists from the Toy, the Terrier or the Gun Dog groups. First, onto the table, we have our miniature short-haired Dachshund, smooth-haired Dachshund. Now, I love this. Rosie loves to play football, I've been told by her owner, Sue Urgis. Said that she'll push the ball around with her nose. If she punctures it, that's great, because then she'll carry it. And apparently you can get 3 Dachshunds to 1 football.
And then she'll carry it instead.
So she qualified at Exeter County Premier Show.
Other kennel mates, other miniature Dachshunds, will also
she is one of the smaller varieties of Dachshund. We have the standard, and then we have these, the miniature. 3 coat varieties, the long-haired, the smooth-haired, which is Rosie, and then we also have the wire-haired.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rosie, the miniature smooth-haired Dachshund.
Now, even though obviously we have different breeds here, our judge comparing each of them to their breed standard. So looking here for a compact, well-muscled dog. And despite its size, should be enough ground clearance to be free-moving. That's Rosie, the first of our finalists. Dachshund's obviously the smallest in the hound group, and then we go all the way to the other end. This is our Irish Wolfhound, Regan, a dog.
He qualified at Boston Championship Show.
And obviously Irish Wolfhound's the biggest breed that we see here
Regan's
at Crufts.
main hobbies are playing
He qualified at Boston Championship Show.
Catching pigeons.
And he has some great hobbies. He loves fruit picking, and apparently most wolfhounds enjoy that. So if you have one at home, hopefully that's something you're aware of. He loves having a schmooze with judges, so we need to look out for that today. Obviously our judge won't be swayed, but he might like to try. And apparently he does like to give people a cuddle, which given his size must be pretty impressive.
Probably in show mode.
Now wolfhounds, of course, great size, strength and symmetry is what we're looking for here. He should be an active, easy mover. And that rough, harsh coat, the judge will have really felt that to make sure it fits the breed standard.
His owner does add here that he does love the meet and greets, but be warned if he ever does.
Here we have our Irish Wolfhound finalist.
Do not take it, as you might get a leg up on the shoulders. So that was the Irish Wolfhound.
Moving on to the utility group, and the first of our finalists, we have the miniature Schnauzer, a female called Sky. Now, I said some of the dogs in this group, despite their age, already champions, and Sky is one of those. Won through at an open show, Norfolk and Norwich open show.
With both human and dog friends.
And she sounds very affectionate. Apparently she loves snuggles on the sofa and an occasional bit of mischief with her brother, which I love.
High-pitched squeal of excitement.
Now, the name Miniature Schnauzer literally translates to harsh beard. You can see it's one of the calling card of the breed, along with those moustache and the eyebrows. Judge looking for a robust, sturdily built dog. Should be almost square when standing, and that alert attitude. On the move, looking for real reach there at the front, drive from the rear legs. This is Sky, our miniature Schnauzer.
And now staying on the table, we have this.
Our second finalist from the utility group is Dior, the miniature poodle, and the second of our champions in the ring today. Apparently, she was part of a litter of 6 and was the naughtiest and bossiest of them all. And she has an I'm the best swagger, which hopefully she'll be showing off in the ring today. Now, owner Liz says that when her husband Nev sadly passed away, she started to sleep on her bed. And she says she now has 2 alarm clocks in the morning, the alarm clock, and then Dior, who loves to batter with a paw.
She starts to sleep on the bed and she has 2 alarms in the morning.
We will see 3 varieties of poodle over the days here at Crufts. We have the toy poodle, this the miniature, and then we will see the standards as well. This, of course, a black miniature poodle. And she won through here at York Canine Association, so an open show. If you hear any of these shows and think, that sounds like it's close to me, I'd like to take part, do go and have a look on the Kennel Club website. You can find out how you can get involved with your dogs if they are pedigree registered. This is Dior, our miniature poodle.
And now we move on to the Tibetan
Staying with the utility group, and we have our Tibetan Terrier. Now, we talked about big winners. This dog comes from the same kennel as the Best in Show winner from 2007 here at Crufts. Zoe, again, already a full champion.
Zoe apparently wakes up.
She won through at the Royal Cheshire Show, which is a really, really lovely outdoor open show that takes place in the summer months.
She has absolutely no regard for
I feel like she's a bit of a diva because her owners say she wakes up every day at 5:30 and demands her breakfast with no regard for a clock or having a lie-in. She sounds like my children, in fact. We'll see a few Tibetan breeds over the 4 days here at Crufts. These are close relation of the Lhasa Apso.
So this is Zoe.
Despite the name, they are not terriers. They were used as herding and guard dogs. Our judge looking for a smooth, effortless stride as Zoe strides out here. The last of our finalists from the utility group, this is Zoe, the Tibetan Terrier.
Mr. Tim Ball is taking a closer look.
Now we move to the floor, and the boxer. This is Polly. Won through at Norfolk and Norwich Open Show. And apparently her favourite person is owner Claire's 6-year-old granddaughter, Isla. They are partners in crime and they love playing together.
I wonder how, well, she's doing pretty well so far in here. She bounces on the sofa to reach.
Now remember, the judge comparing each of the breeds to their breed standards, so the ideal dog for that breed.
Her favourite person is her.
For the boxer, that means a clean outline, a glossy coat and a noble head.
Love playing together. This
This breed should be strong and powerful on the move and in good hard muscle condition. This is Polly, the boxer, the 6th of our finalists in this Junior Warrant final.
Here the lady in red.
Staying with the working group and moving to Lewis. This is our Newfoundland, again from a very famous kennel of Newfoundlands. He won through at Cheshire County, the 2nd of our finalists to win through from there. Apparently he's named after Lewis Hamilton because he goes everywhere at 100 miles an hour. He loves to greet everybody with a big hug, which is usually unwanted, but I can't believe that looking at him. Newfoundland's the real gentle giant of the working group. A multi-purpose dog was used for pulling fishermen's carts, hauling logs, fishing nets. They have webbed feet, which would have helped them in the water. And have a slight roll that we see here as he moves out. The gait's slightly rolling for the Newfoundland. There could be 3 colour varieties. This is a black. That's Lewis and Newfoundland, thankfully not going at 100 miles an hour today.
So we move on to
the next of our champions that is in this competition, an Australian Shepherd with a real pedigree. This is Brody, and his dad was Viking, who won Best in Show here at Crufts last year. Won through at Falkirk and District Canine Society, which is an open show. And at home, he loves playing, and the owner's daughter loves to read him stories and play cards with him. And apparently she says that he plays with her too.
She reads him stories.
Of course, despite the name, Australian Shepherds actually bred in America, where they'd work on ranches.
Brody loves nothing more than a good long walk. And then
our judge here looking for a well-balanced, muscular dog. It should be alert, clean-cut head and a firm, level top line. Should be smooth, free and easy on the move. Our 8th finalist, this the Australian Shepherd. Just 2 more dogs to go.
What's really impressive about this lineup of dogs is that they're all under the age of 3 because they are junior warrant winners.
Here we have our bearded collie. This is Lyra, a female. She qualified at Evesham Show, one of the local open shows to us here at the NEC. Her owners say she's an absolute character, always getting up to trouble and a real mud monster. Luckily today, she manages to have come in perfectly presented.
According to her owners, Lyra's an absolute character.
Owner says that maybe when she's 5 she'll calm down, but remember all the dogs here less than 3 years old.
Mud and water, classic puppy trait, but Lyra
she seems to be behaving very well in the ring today. Bearded collies, of course, originate from Scotland. They're a shaggy coated breed and they were used for herding sheep.
Which makes for a pretty fun dynamic. This is
although they're a strong breed, they shouldn't be heavy. Plenty of daylight under the body. We can see that there as Lyra moves off. And the coat's really important here. It's soft and furry on the undercoat, and then that top coat feels harsh to the touch. It's weather resistant.
I love how our owner has also admitted on here that she thinks maybe when she's about 5 years old, she might actually
This is Lyra, our bearded collie.
She's keeping
really striding out there.
That's Lyra, the bearded collie.
And we go back to the table for our final finalist. This is our Shetland sheepdog, Artemis, another female, and another who qualified at Evesham and District Open Show.
She qualified at...
Now, apparently her favourite song is Always Forever by the Colts, and she loves to sing along to it. So maybe if she wins today, we will hear a little solo.
She's one of the youngest finalists here.
Now, of course, bearded collies originate from Scotland, while the Shetland sheepdog, as the name suggests, comes from the Shetland Isles. These are small, hard-working dogs, looking for an abundant coat with that mane. The head should be carried proudly, and movement on this should be graceful, smooth and live. But that's it. We have seen our 10 top winning youngsters. Artemis there, the Shetland sheepdog. Many of these dogs will be the dogs we see coming into the groups at this show and at future shows. Each breed matures at a different rate, so some of these, as we've seen, already champions. Others, like the boxer, the Newfoundland, maybe take a little bit longer to mature and will come into their own in the next few years. Now, in this competition, we have just a winner and a reserve. So it's not like the group competitions coming up in a while where we will have 4, just the 2 places here. And remember, all of these dogs have not only won a junior warrant and qualified at a qualifying show, they've also won through at a semi-final, which was held at the Kennel Club's building in Stoneleigh last October.
So, Mr. Ball,
our judge gives the nod. He's decided.
Of the Junior Warrant final.
The winner is the Australian Shepherd. It is the son of Viking, last year's Best in Show winner. Brody has won the Junior Warrant Winner of the Year competition. And reserve goes to the Miniature Poodle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your warm applause for all 8 remaining finalists.
That's Dior coming forward into the reserve spot.
Superb performance.